Kia ora, ko Waburuha taku ingoa. No Aotearoa, no te teirāwhiti, no te whānau apanui, Ngāti Porou. Kei Raukokore noho ana, I live in Raukokore at the moment. Married boy from Aotearoa, me ngā iwi katoa o Kora, o te teirāwhiti, o the East Coast. Well, we grew up with moko as a natural thing in our family. So our family, my family, are a family full of artists. Singers, songwriters, weavers, carvers, painters, moko experts. So it's important to me because it's a part of who I am. And what is moko? Moko is the way that we live our life. It's not just an art form or skin art. It's not tattoo. Tattoo is you walk into a shop, you pick a picture and you put it on your skin. That means nothing to us. Moko is who we are. It's how we connect to the world. It's how we express who we are to the world. It's how we make relationship with people in the world. It's the world we create. That's kind of what moko is for us. It's being a good dad. It's being a good mom. It's cooking good food. It's being hospitable to guests. It's all of these things, and all of those things are represented and captured inside of this ink work. Moko on the face is, to explain what it is, it's like your passport. It shows the fundamental information about you, the wearer. Whereas moko on your hands, on your legs, on any other part of your body can contain stories or be based on stories from where you're from, the genealogies and all of the mythical things or the fantastical things, the supernatural things that exist in our culture and in our stories. What you see on the face is specific to the wearer. The line of importance is the line that comes right down the middle of the face. We call that the manawa. And manawa means lots of different things. It can mean the heart. It can mean the thing that is preserved of great importance. So you would read the manawa of someone's face first, which would hold vital information. For me, there's a marking on the manawa that says that I'm the oldest son of the oldest son of the oldest son. No one else can carry that marking, just me. So if someone took a photocopy of my face and then put it on their leg, that marking would not be for them. That's my marking. There's two markings on each side of here that says that when I received my markings, I was supported by a certain group of people. And the way that the marking faces says that group of people were aristocratic people, people of power and authority and influence. So there's those kind of markings that are very, very specific to the wearer, no one else. And then there's other spaces on the face that say that you have speaking rights, that you have a higher understanding of particular bodies of knowledge. Where, for example, someone may ask you, can I go fishing to catch snapper? And then if you said, yeah, go fishing. Oh, can you tell me where I can go fishing to catch snapper, this particular variety of fish? The moment you say, oh, not me, you go and ask, they know. When someone has reached that level, they receive another lot of markings and acknowledgement of the expertise and the expertise of fishing and knowledge of fishing grounds. My particular contributions to my people, which for us is the definition of expertise, is when you're recognized by someone else, not me saying I am the expert in. And that's essentially what moko is too. It's that practice of external celebration of your particular gifts. So mine is in songwriting, in oratory, in our people's history, in weaving arts, and creative practice. That's me, and I have particular speaking rights on behalf of my family and a section of my tribal groupings or my nation groupings on particular matters with regards to spiritual matters and waiata and haka or dance and song matters. Well, for us, with regards to young people wearing moko in our culture and in our society, the traditional practice actually was at puberty you began to receive your markings. For the simple reason that from that point, from puberty, you were able to contribute significantly to your people through strength of body, through knowledge of years of watching an uncle dive for food and fish for food in this particular area. You had built up enough knowledge for yourself to do that yourself. You're also in a position where you can contribute children to your people. So those were why you started receiving your markings when you were young. Back home, when I first started wearing moko, as a part of the growing moko renaissance back then, 20 years ago, I was the only young person, 24 years old, walking around with moko on my face. Now, it's naturalized again. 24-year-olds, 16-year-olds wearing their markings as it should be. So when I come overseas and then I engage with discussions about tribal tattooing and markings being awarded or given to young people, I'm heartened by it. I think the discouragement of wearing tribal markings by our young people has got to do with society a lot, and Western society, where it's frowned upon because of Western superimposed or imposed views of our culture being placed upon these young people. You won't get a job. People are going to look at you differently. People are going to think that you're a part of a gang. Can they not just think that you're Indigenous? Is that not an option too? And so those were all of the things 20 years ago we faced. And now we no longer are afraid of who we are. And we're no longer afraid to let the world know we are Māori. And this is how we tell you we are Māori. For all of its intents and purposes, it's not meant to be boastful, it's meant to be proud. And proud because this is not me choosing to wear this marking. This is me accepting my people's encouragement of me to wear the markings that are appropriate to me and my contributions to my people. So I think from an Indigenous perspective, not a Western nor a global trend or societal pressures perspective, I think it's the right thing to do. If we are to open up our Indigenous worlds to our young people from a young age, we have to be prepared to open the entire treasure chest of our world to them, because they will want it, whether or not our old people agree with it, whether or not people in society agree with that or not. Once you take the liberation of someone and you make them free in the world, you can't put that back in the box. It must be free. Well, I think firstly, with regards to our elders opening up their knowledge banks to our youth and to those who are looking for who they are, they will be impacted by a society and rules that we've never experienced. War, famine, oppression, slavery, those are all tools that were used to govern their mind, to say that their identity is not worthy, and therefore to close everything. So in our haste and our desire to want to understand everything about our culture, we've also got to be patient, and we've got to teach ourselves patience, and we've got to respect patience, because it will come. It will come. It may not come when you want it, and I think that's part of our world, is that we want everything now. But our traditions tell us when the time is right, the time is right. In saying that, there are opportunities, there should be opportunities where we can have open and frank discussions with our elders, with our tribal leaders, and with those who are in power spaces of knowledge of who we are, to say it's time, and to continuously support them in the knowledge that we are ready. The flip side of that is we also have to be ready for their response. If their response is no, then it's a no. And sometimes because they are the masters of that, they understand the traits of the people that are to carry that knowledge, unlike anyone else. So you may think that you're ready to carry that knowledge, but actually from the master's perspective, we call them tohunga, the expert's perspective, you're not ready. And when you're ready, you will be given what you need to carry. I think, firstly, I think it's an Indigenous default that we always look beyond ourselves first for inspiration. And it's part of our humility default as Indigenous peoples. We humble ourselves before other people. We do it too. Māori people do it too. We hold other countries, other nations, other Indigenous peoples in high regard and in high respect, more than ourselves. I think that that's not a bad thing. I think it's something that we should actually celebrate more, is the beauty of our humility. In saying that, it's also a grand thing to look beyond your own horizons. Indigenous people have done it for centuries. To look beyond your horizons for inspiration and for new knowledge. In saying that, I encourage us all as Indigenous nations to look inside ourselves and look at the world that we're in. Understand what is of true value to you, and then just wield the hell out of it. Take it for a spin. It's yours. Your culture is yours. And when we face adversity and messaging that says that you shouldn't, especially from people who are not of our own, you need to look beyond that. You need to look beyond that and find strength in yourselves to push through. Maintain what you need to maintain, gather what you need to gather, and wield it to the best of your ability. I think the return to that Indigenous default is super important. Is they understanding the power of humility, and how you express that is the deepening of listening to understand more. Like for me, example, I'd never come to I'd never come to this land to instruct the people of how to be, how to conduct themselves. That's not how we were taught to do things. But we will absolutely seek out the people of this land first to understand how we appropriately conduct ourselves here while we are here. Share through mutual respect our perspectives of the world in a way not to say you should be doing this, in a way that says, that's beautiful. I would take that learning back to my people, and this is how we would see that particular issue, or this is our perspective on that particular issue, and leave it there. We have another concept in Te Ao Māori called koha. That's what we call koha. It's a gathering of thoughts, ideas, intent, and placing it at the feet of your guest or of your host, and saying, that's for you. Up to you whether you pick it up or not. Yeah. But it's not for us to enforce that. And the simple response is fundamental to who we are as Indigenous people is relationship. And relationship is the thing that ensures sustainability. we are interconnected with everything from clouds to flowers to petals to grasses to stones. In our songs and our sung traditions, we sing of those connections, direct lineage from those stones, from those jellyfish, right through to us. So it's because of that, because of relationship and connectivity, that we understand what it takes to create sustainable and viable relationships with our natural environment.